Hey Virgo, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 19th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. The heart of your reading, we have the World. You're approaching a major threshold in life where the old chapter is ending. You're closing the book completely. You're going to start a fresh new novel. This is bigger than ending a chapter. This is something that has more finality to it. So that comes with it this inherent degree of importance in discerning what comes with you into this next novel of your life, and what you're going to phase out and allow to sort of fade into the distance in the past. Major upgrade energy. Big leveling up. What's the challenge here for Virgo? Okay. Past love and future love. Interesting. Okay, so hold on. Let me look at... There's kind of like a complex positioning thing, something that I don't usually use in tarot, but you're probably curious, I'll tell you. I like explaining things anyway. So when something comes out in the challenge position, you can either interpret it as just the straight challenge. Specifically, it's for the challenge, but meaning it doesn't fall in the upright, it doesn't fall in the reverse, right? It comes out and it falls exactly this way. There could be a secondary meaning to it with what's pointing to the past and what's pointing to the future. So it came out in the Lovers reversed pointing to the past, Lovers upright pointing to the future. And just like inspiration-wise, intuitive-wise, that's the way that it needs to be interpreted for you for this reading. Okay, so it's a bit more complex than how I usually read things. Let me take a moment. Or it's outside of my norm, so it takes me a little bit to kind of focus in on that. So, okay, you're at this threshold. You're considering the old, out with the old, in with the new. What am I going to let fade into my past? In the past, we have... Oh, I'm not sure how I said it, but I'm reevaluating the positioning now. In the past, we have the Lovers in the upright. In the future, hold on. Nope, opposite. In the past, we have Lovers in reverse. In the future, we have Lovers in the upright. Okay, I know how to interpret this. When we have Lovers in the reverse versus Lovers in the upright, past versus future, I would be saying there's like a toxic sort of expression of romantic love, or negative connotations for you personally about romance that you're leaving in the past. And as you walk through this threshold, you're allowing your experiences or whatever else you're going through to sort of cleanse that, purify that, and reset. That's the word I want to get to. There's a reset in terms of your beliefs, expectations, alignments with the concept of romantic love and partnership. What do relationships look like? What are your expectations and beliefs surrounding the way other people are meant to behave or will behave based on who you believe you are and what you're bringing to the situation? As you move through this portal, this threshold represented by the World, part of what's being reset are those beliefs and expectations, so that as you look toward the future, you see things in a much more Lovers in the upright position, which is the higher expression of that archetype. It's mutual respect and commitment. It's great communication. It's passionate connection without jealousy. There's this, higher-minded sort of love that you're current challenge is aligning with that concept. We got there, guys. We got there. In the focus position, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So contextually speaking, we don't have a lot to go on, but in the idea of romantic love, I would apply this as you're really wanting to avoid going out and socializing. You don't like going out for drinks. You don't like the surface level conversation, small talk. You want something deeper and more meaningful. You don't want to spend time socializing with people who your only connection with them is trivial concerns. You want more meaningful friendships and connections. That could be it. But getting back to the romantic angle of this card, you could really be focusing on I don't want someone who spreads themselves so thin in terms of their affections, their attention. I don't want someone who constantly needs to, in a romantic context, I don't want someone, no, let me say this differently. I don't want to connect with someone romantically who has the need or the bottomless pit of need to connect with other people socially. Like there's never enough socializing for them. They're always hungry for more. So they're always spending time doing silly shit with friends, and they feel like they need that. That's might be fine for them, but it's just not the right energy that I want to connect with. That could be your vibe. Another possibility is the more sort of common interpretation that you're really focusing first and foremost on, I don't want someone who cheats. I don't want someone who needs to keep a third party hanging around. I don't want someone who lies about going out with friends and is actually hooking up with a sneaky link. Let's see what led up to this in the recent past. Four of Wands in reverse. Somehow you feel like you should be somewhere in life, or you should have achieved something that you haven't reached that benchmark. You've fallen short somehow. Whether that's I thought I would be married by now, or this could represent a divorce in your past. This could be like I thought I would have gotten my degree by now, but for some reason relationship concerns held me back from that. Yeah, those are the two like most likely manifestations of this energy. But it might be something, I thought I would have my business by now. Apply that to whatever that thing is for you that you either had to sacrifice or lost or walked away from. It failed somehow in the past, probably because of a toxic romantic pattern, or just the failure of the relationship itself. That you're maybe ruminating on your past failed relationships and thinking, well, I should have had a successful relationship by now. Show me, from Spirit's perspective, the good that can come from this is a clarity on something. About a falsehood. A false dream, perhaps, a fantasy, star in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Something that just isn't true. So you must have thought that something was true for a long time, and now through whatever experience you're having in this threshold, this portal, this out with the old, in with the new, time for a brand new chapter, a brand new novel in life. Part of this experience is allowing you to shift a belief or implement an awareness now. Moving forward, it's not going to be that way. Or, I no longer believe that. That is not my truth. There's a conviction about this that I'm sensing. It's maybe you thought before this topic wasn't as important, but now you're like, part of my character, part of my what's the word I'm looking for? Conviction, like certainty about something that you deserve, the way things are going to be in your life. I don't know, I have to look into that, because that seems to be a word that I want to come up with a lot, and it's I'm falling short in bringing the word to my tongue. It's that you are not wanting that. Something that you don't want. I'm certain I don't want this, and that's now a firm part of my character. And I think likely it has to do with if it was past toxic relationships. There's something that you've learned in that now you're crystal clear you don't want in life. Like, this will not be part of my life. A boundary that you've set. Maybe that's part of what I was looking for. Maybe it's just conviction. I think a conviction that you've crystallized and will be... I need to stop searching for the word. I'm sorry. You guys understand. I'm a Virgo rising and Gemini midheaven, so words are important to me. Correctness of words is important to me. Show me what is showing up for Virgo in the near future. Averting disaster, sidestepping a potential pitfall here with the Tower in reverse. I have a sense that because you're in this period of transition somehow, a side effect of that, it's not a direct intention, but a side effect of that is you're going to not be in a certain place or at a certain time that would have been very problematic for you had you not been going through whatever change in life you're going through. Some big shake-up and change. Sorry, I have a little piece of fuzz that's bothering me. You guys like my lipstick? I like it today. So I have a feel like it feels like a more minor plot point to this story. Like a by the way. Like, oh, by the way, as you're moving forward, you're gonna become aware of some big problem that you're like, oh, I would have been right there. Or I would have definitely fallen victim to that scam. Or I would have definitely hooked up with that person had I not changed. Like, this was a recent turnaround and change, and the old me would have definitely gone for them. But it was an easy thing to sidestep. I wasn't even interested. That's not me anymore. I didn't fall into that trap. I wanted to say pit of despair, and I'm like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Princess Bride reference. The pit of despair. Don't even think. Okay. We have something that's going to surprise you that you don't see coming. Is the moon in reverse. You think things are going to be a lot more difficult because of the unknowns than it actually will turn out to be. This journey is going to be more swift. It's going to be over sooner than you expect. You're not going to be in the metaphorical darkness for as long as you think you will. This could also be referencing something about the new moon that is coming up soon, on the 25th. So it could be some surprise that occurs on the new moon. I don't know why, but I can't think of how it relates to what we're talking about. But the imagery of this card is reminding me of a scene in a movie, so it might be relevant to you somehow, or it might just be like a talk about words being important, and I can't synchronicity for me to mention it. Now I'm not going to be able to think of the name of the movie. You guys, I'm sorry. Dropping the ball here. It's a one-word title. It's not mediocrity. It's something about apathy. Oh, shoot. Okay. I had it at the tip of my tongue, but then I got distracted and now I've lost it. I will put it in the comments if for anyone who's interested. There's some movie where there's a planet, I think it's with Kirsten Dunst, like a rogue planet that is on a collision course with Earth, and she has a scene where she's like lying down nude and sort of kind of communing with this planet as it's about to connect with the atmosphere of Earth. It's a very, say, a dark movie. It's very moving. But it has, the name of the movie has to do with the mood that she's feeling and a play on that word. Just this total sort of like letting go, apathy, it is what it is. And I can't think of the word. I'll look it up afterwards and I'll put it in the notes for this, the description for the video. I've probably given you enough to go on to Google it, but anyways, enough with that diversion. What are the hopes and fears that Virgo is feeling? It would be better off knowing about rather than letting it lurk under the surface. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. You don't want to be in a state of expecting, of waiting around for someone else to come through for you. So I think you might avoid even, let me say the metaphor to kind of express this. The metaphor of the Three of Wands, at least the stereotypical way that I see it, is booking passage on a ship, and then you have the date and the time that you're supposed to show up. There's a bit of waiting involved there, and then you have to eventually show up at the port of call or the dock or whatever you call it to board the ship. So you get there and you're waiting for the ship to arrive. You have to bank on the fact that they're going to come through and actually arrive to take you to the next part of your journey, your destination. So there's this, excuse me, this aspect of faith in other people coming through for you. And what I was getting with the hopes and fears in context of romantic connections is that sometimes you don't even put yourself in the position to allow anyone to let you down because you're not willing to put yourself at the port. Like, it's like you're saying, I've been fooled too many times. I book passage on the ship, I show up, and the ship never arrives. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to show up. I'm not even going to book the passage. Fuck this. And there's no way that any ship is ever going to arrive to take you across the sea if you don't put yourself in that position. So there's this connecting the metaphors of like a romantic connection versus like trusting other people to be there and follow through, and even putting the expectation or the desire out there for someone else to fulfill. It's kind of, it's all wrapped up in this connotation of I'm hopeful, but I'm afraid. I kind of want a romantic connection, but not if it requires me to risk that. Show me how these energies resolve for my Virgos. Based on our current trajectory, what's the most likely outcome here? Thank you. Six of Cups in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, so a lot of emotional things being challenged. A wish not coming true. Rose-tinted glasses are off. This is a very pragmatic energy, a very realism energy. I don't know why, but like situational ethics is coming through. Let me see. Perhaps you're no longer wishing for the same things that result in an outcome of disillusionment. You no longer feel, oh, you're no longer, okay. I think for many of you, it's as simple as I'm no longer idealizing and holding as my be-all, end-all vision for the perfect partner a past person. You have this imprint on you from maybe an early love, a childhood love, your first love, the one that got away. Maybe I always thought we'd get back together. I always thought there was potential for us. That's what this is, this Six of Cups reversed. And you pair that with the Nine of Cups reversed, like no longer wishing for it. And this takes on a very positive connotation because you're at the point of threshold. What do I release so that I'm better situated for aligning myself with more positive energies on the other side of this portal? And you let go of that dream that was not serving you. That frees you up for real, true, positive, genuine love that will satisfy the inner child as well. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. A grown-up, mature love that also satisfies the inner child. Not bad. Not bad. That's what you're set up here to align with moving forward for your future. Your advice, if you want to idealize the outcome here, is to embody the Queen of Swords energy. This is really keeping your game face on, keeping your like keen awareness in the way that you parse the information that you're receiving. Read between the lines and trust that trust that what you are intuiting when you read between the lines is accurate. This is your throne that you sit on. That's what empowers you. With your sword of truth, there is your ability to discern through your experience, the wisdom that you've gained, your ability to read a situation, whether it's through recognizing patterns, so pattern recognition, or, sorry, I just said the same thing two times in a row, or it's just about, sorry, I distracted myself there. There was something else I wanted to say. Queen of Swords, what do you want me to say? Discernment through pattern recognition, or, oh, what's not being said. So yeah, a pattern of behavior, or how to say this other thing. You know, there's a way that people speak in social discourse where they're inferring something, but they're not saying it. Whether it's through omission or they're just... Everyone knows that that means something else. It's this savvy about dialogue, about what's being communicated through words. So being able to read between the lines of what's not being said, but hearing it loud and clear nonetheless. Make sure that you keep that sort of, I don't know, I'm kind of sensing it as a filter through which you receive information. Keep that on. Keep it turned on, dialed up. It's important for you at this time, and it will distinguish between having more challenges along the way or having less challenges along the way. So Virgo, I hope this helped. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.